So to be continued. So I'm like, no. Like, no. Okay, so my mentor's like, he's just stressed out about the whole situation. He told him, he was like, we had like a checklist, a solo checklist that, your trainer writes off that, I agree that they have completely understand this part. And there's, asking about like backing and stuff. And he's like, I'm not signing that. I'm like, I'm not signing it either. So it's going to be on somebody's hand, because if we're both saying that I'm not ready and then you're like, don't be so thirsty to put me in a truck and I fuck up some shit, at the end of the day, it's gonna come back on me. It's gonna be on my DAC record. And, companies look at that. Like, if I try to move forward with another company or whatever, that's gonna hinder me. So I don't know. So the next day, they have this mentor who's coming in picking up a load. Well, he's a mentor, but he just so happened to come in pick a load, do coaching with me. He gave me some tips that were helpful about doing a 45, and yeah, he was helpful. We moved into a big spot, whatever. Then my mentor came back to his truck. My truck was parked next to his, and he was just like, oh, so what did you do today, blah blah blah. And he was like, oh, well, I want to celebrate with you, blah blah blah, congrats. And I'm like, oh, thanks. And he brought me back some food. I'm like, oh, that's all nice, because you were just an asshole the whole time. But yeah, and I was telling him about it. I was like, I just feel like I'm not being listened to. Like, everybody's just like, oh, brush it off, oh, it's confidence. I'm like, no, I'm not ready. And he asked me about, like, what did I go over with the guy. And he's like, no, have them see you back into a tight space. And I'm like, oh, well, he said I'll do that today. And he said, make sure, and tell them don't help me. Don't let me do it on my own so you can see where I'm at. So the next day comes, and the guy wakes me up. He's like, hey, you ready to roll? It was another guy whose backing is horrible as mine, who was supposed to be with us, but he didn't get up or whatever. And I was up. I'm like, all right, come on, let's do this. So my trainer stayed in his truck for the night. This is his home terminal, so he stayed in his truck overnight or whatever. And I was like, well, good. He didn't wake up. I didn't see that he was up when we were up. I'm like, good. That means I can get, whatever. Start. It's a whole different story. Like when your mentor is just right there and just like, like I said, my mentor would be all in your face, overbearing. Especially if he feel like you're not listening, he would get in your face. And I was just like, okay, maybe I need that shit in the morning. It's early in the morning. So as soon as we get to the yard, I see my mentor's car fly in the yard. I'm like, shit, he's up. So yeah, overall, I did good. My backing had really improved, but I was just like, I'm still not ready. And my mentor, the guy who's supposed to be watching me, he ended up doing something right quick, and he left the yard. And so my mentor was in the thing with me, and I saw that he was recording me. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's recording me, messed up. But I actually got the truck into the hole. I actually got the trailer into the spot. And I was like, damn, okay. So, long ass story, I know, guys. And I was like, damn, I did it. And then my mentor was like, okay, do it again. I cannot get it again. I don't know what's happened, why. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, what the fuck? I just did it. I just did it perfectly. And then the guy came back. He's like, well, how many times did you get into a hole? I'm like, once. And my mentor was like, yeah, it only took her 26 minutes. I was like, shit, that's a big improvement versus like an hour or an hour and 30 minutes. How long it took me. The guy's like, I'm going to call. What you going to tell her you're ready? Yeah, you can really solo. I'm like, the guy didn't visually see me put the damn trailer. And my mentor was like, yeah, you're really big improvement. I'm proud of you. I'm like, I'm not fucking ready. Why are you trying to throw me out like that? Like, so I've been pondering. Like I said, this is over the weekend. I was supposed to be practicing with the other guy who was like shitty at backing. I haven't seen him this whole time. I didn't know what truck was his. I want to go knocking on random ass trucks and shit, or every damn truck, trying to find a guy that looked crazy. I never seen him come out or nothing. I think he left because he already had a load waiting on him. And he was telling me, oh, I'm so nervous, I'm scared. But you didn't come out and practice or nothing, so you couldn't be that scared. Like, but I was supposed to go practice with him and he didn't come out. So I have not practiced because we're supposed to be helping each other and not be in the yard by ourselves. And I don't know where this guy went. I don't know. I think he just said fucking just headed out to wherever his load was at that he had to pick up. So yeah, yeah, I just feel like I'm not being listened to, and I'm like, after a while I was like, well, I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna go back home, pay for some hours to go to truck driving school, cause I just feel like I don't know. I'm not comfortable, cause it's stuff to consider. Like if I fuck up some shit, who did come back on? It's gonna come back on me. I mean, it is about confidence in a sense, but it's about knowledge. I just feel like I need one more week. And when she told me, no, we're not going to train you anymore, you better just get out there and learn how to do it. I don't know. I just feel some type of way. Maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm always open for advice or whatever. But I just feel like it's not worth the risk. Why not just train me or have me back up perfectly to where I can get it? At least, you know, like I said, I got it in that one time and still struggled. Like, you know, still, and I'm like, that's not good. It's better, but it's still not good. So I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. Tomorrow I'm gonna talk to the lady. Like, I'm not ready to be sold out. It's not a confidence thing. It's just a common sense thing with me right now. Like, Charmaine, if you go out there, you're gonna scare yourself half to death. Like, I'm not really scary, but it's like, I don't know, like, you know, other companies you hear about them have like 3 to 4 weeks. I told a recruiter, I'm like, I'm gonna need more time because I've been out, you know, I didn't go to a semi straight out of school. I waited. So, and then it's not even been like 2 weeks and y'all tell me, all right, go ahead. Like, I don't like that. I'm not confident. I don't know. It just, like, I don't trust y'all that y'all trust me to be on the road. Like, they make me raise an eyebrow at y'all. Like, I mean, I've been raising an eyebrow this whole time. Like, y'all supposed to help me back and evaluate me on why I'm messing up, where I'm messing up on my backing. And y'all trying to just solo me out and I came back. Because it's things that go into, I don't know, I'm just rambling. But there's things that to consider, like, a lot of these, like, for instance, Walmart and stuff, when you're, like, dropping off or, yeah, I'm going to say, okay, let's say Walmart's your co-signing or whatever. You have to be backed into that dock and then check in, you know, before you check in. If you can't check in and then park into the dock, like, you're considered late. And if you're late, a lot of times company get paid like I think it ranges from like $100 to $200 and stuff. Like, you're gonna cost the company money, and then you're gonna be considered late. And if you keep getting your shit in late, but I do feel them like you have to get out there to learn. But I'm like, I'm not comfortable, so I don't know. I might just be looking for a different company who knows my situation. I'm telling them up front, because I told the recruiter and stuff, I'm like, I need time. I've been out for a minute, have been behind a semi. So I don't know. And maybe I'm being a whiny little bitch. I don't know. Or whatever. But that's just my opinion. So like I said, I'm open up to advice and stuff. And whatever. So alright, I guess talk to you guys in a little bit.